How is it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my NFC Divisional round recap video. Saints and Seahawks. The Seahawks win this game 23-15, and I'm not sure if I've ever seen as a bizarre ending as that ever before. I just sat there and laughed for like 30 seconds after that happened. Marquis Colston. I don't know if that was a design play or not. Obviously, if it was a design play, he would have thrown it backwards. But still, the fact that you step out of bounds and you have a 35-yard shot at a Hail Mary, and threw it 10 yards. It's a 20-yard pass, and he throws it 5-10 yards forward. So that was just hilarious. Bonehead play, and it's definitely gonna be in the SportsCenter, not top 10. But that was freaking hilarious. It was probably the funniest play from the NFL all season long, but maybe football in general all season long. But now let's get into the game. Like I said, the Seahawks won 23-15. They'll be advancing to the NFC Championship game, which will be held next week. It'll be obviously between either the 49ers or Carolina, who play tomorrow at I think 12 o'clock Central Time. But the defense of the Seahawks played tremendous, pretty much down to about 2 minutes left in the game. They played great. They really did. They pretty much contained Drew Brees. Drew Brees couldn't really do anything at all until late in the game. He struggled mightily. Maybe you can make a case that was because of the weather, but regardless, Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks maybe in NFL history, maybe top 10. And still, the Seahawks came out and shut him down. Shut Jimmy Graham down. I don't believe Jimmy Graham ended up with the catch the whole entire game. But you have to give the Saints credit towards the end of the game for not quitting. They came 35 yards away from tying the game with a 2-point conversion. They go down the field after being completely devastated after missing 2 big field goals from Shayne Graham. They give up a long touchdown run to Marshawn Lynch. It's a 15-point game at the time with about, 2 minutes left? A little bit over 2 minutes, so it seems like the game's completely over. But they fought, scored a touchdown on a 4th down try, and get the onside kick, and just a bonehead play by Marquis Colston. Could have been awesome to see a last play Hail Mary, and if that would have happened, that would have been great. But still a fun game to watch. Kind of boring there for a little bit because there was a lot of field goals, a lot of defense, a lot of run game. Even though I was really surprised at how well the Saints ran the football. They've been running the football really well last couple of weeks. Without the run game, they probably would have played. Without the run game, they might not have made it to Seattle this week. Because last week, Mark Ingram, Robinson, the guy, I believe that's his name, Robinson from West Texas A&M, they both have played really well the last couple of weeks. So without them, the Saints would not be playing nearly as well because Drew Brees has not necessarily been himself the past couple of weeks. Looking at his stats, he ended up throwing for 309 yards, but I'm not sure if he cracked 100 by the 4th quarter. I'm not sure. It might have. He threw for a lot late in the game. But like I said, the weather affected it too. Russell Wilson, look at him. He didn't do much either. He was only 9 of 18, 103 yards. So the weather did have a big factor in here, but Mark Ingram ended up with 49 yards, and Robinson had 57 and that 1 touchdown. Mark Ingram had a 2-point conversion early on in the game. But Marshawn Lynch, without them, the Seahawks probably lose this game. He had a heck of a game and showed why he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. He ended up 140 yards, 2 touchdowns on 28 carries. That's 5 yards per carry, and just a great game from him. They controlled the football, didn't turn it over. The Mark Ingram fumble ended up being pretty huge early on in the game. Marquis Colston had a big game catching the football, particularly late in the game. He ended up 11 receptions, 144 yards, and a touchdown. But like I said, that last play, no matter how great he played, that was a pretty bonehead play, and that was hilarious. So that's definitely going to be a SportsCenter not top 10 play. But like I said, the Saints couldn't make field goals. Shayne Graham didn't have a great game kicking field goals. Regardless, the weather was horrible. That last field goal was probably impossible to make, and I know it's easy to say looking back on it, but I don't believe I would have kicked the field goal. I probably would have just punted the football, would have gave you a better chance. Give him a better chance to really run out the clock, but you still had an opportunity. And I never agreed with the fact that they should have. I never agreed with that they should have challenged that last catch, because that took away their last time out. They didn't have a challenge. I thought that was pretty stupid, especially if the commentators were agreeing with it. I didn't think. that was too close to call, and I would not have challenged that and taken away had a chance of taking away my last time out. If anything, use that last challenge on that fumble. That was clearly a fumble, and that really did. I mean, even though they got a 15-yard penalty on it, that was surprising. That was really surprising. They got a huge break there, and they're lucky that Pete Carroll didn't challenge that. But like I said, Shane Graham missed the 2 field goals, and Steven Hauska kicked the 2 field. He was 3 for 3 in this game. So like I said, yeah, there was a lot of field goals early on. But I guess that's gonna be it. I'm gonna tell you the final stats on the game before the Colts and Patriots game comes on. The final stats team wise: 409 total yards for the Saints, 277 for Seattle, 301 passing yards for the Saints, 103 for the Seahawks, 108 rushing yards for the Saints, 174 for the Seahawks. Penalties were about the same. Time of possession was about the same. It's just the fact that the Saints really didn't take advantage of their opportunities. They missed 2 field goals, and Seattle made every single one of them. And Marshawn Lynch had a great game, didn't turn the ball over, and that's that. So I guess that is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Let me know what you thought about this game in the comment section below. Let me know in the comments who you think wins this Patriots and Colts game, and I'll catch you guys with a recap of that later. So, yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more NFL playoff coverage, previews, recaps, and all of that jazz. Be sure to hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/SRTR. And as always, guys, roll Tiger Sox and go Titans to you. I'll catch you guys later tonight. Peace.